I swear, I just ordered my shipment of Prime, and it's so funny. KSI, so much love from over here, brother. Please, just know that first, but please take the fight. Take the fight. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one here who wants to see KSI versus Jake Paul. Please, if you're watching this and you want to see KSI versus Jake Paul, leave it down in the comments or something. But perfect odds. Sad to say. Last news, talking to you about Alex Wasabi versus KSI, Deji versus Austin, with Deji versus Fuzi, Jake Paul versus friggin' Rockman, and we got a bunch more news now. Rockman Jr.'s coming in at 206.6.
All right, Gleason's Gym on August 5th at 4:10, and the weigh-in is 206.6.
206.6.
206.6.
About to have. Stop being scared. You see, I'm right here at 206. I clearly can make 205. Give these people what they want. They want to see us fight. They want to see you get in the ring.
On the weight scales today. It's August 6th today, which this fight is scheduled for today. So I don't know if Rockman versus Jake Paul is happening. I mean, they said that they couldn't sell the tickets. So it kind of looks kind of weird. Uh, my boy Hasim, he went up, he scaled out to 206.6. I don't know if it's a little too late. The thing is, it's not the weight, it's the ticket sales.
Nothing to do with it, but we want you to tell us you know what the fuck is going on.
Tell us.
Come on, man.
Tell them.
If you even, come on. They were selling every other row. It's typical textbook fucking bullshit, and then here's the reality, The Warlock is not a fucking promoter, okay? This guy is, he said in a quote the other day, I'm proud of him. You're proud of him? What are you, his fucking father? I bet he's not proud of you. What did you fucking do? Jake Paul needs to hook up with a real guy who can get shit done. The Warlock was a fucking account. Listen, the Warlock will save him a shitload of money on his taxes. That's about it. He needs to get a real fucking guy. He should. I mean, if you look at all the greats that were out there, from Don King, Bob Arum's a scumbag. I fucking hate him, but he's one of the all-time greats.
Hey, but he wants to be. He's done an olive branch thing. He doesn't want.
Oh yeah, he wants to fuck him. Fuck him.
He wants to make Fury and Gunner.
But I cannot deny he's one of the all-time greats. You got Frank Warren, one of the all-time greats. Eddie Hearn. There's a lot of guys out there that would do the Jake Paul thing. Jake Paul needs to align himself with one of those guys and get away from the fucking Warlock. He's a fucking accountant. Just because you worked at the UFC doesn't mean you know how to put on fucking fights.
Did we ever see Fury?
I'm done. You got my Jake Paul shit. I'm done.
You have to sell a lot of tickets just to turn the lights on in Madison Square. So I don't know about that. It looks kind of offish, a little bit sad to say, because it's like a little late timing and it looks off-putting. But speaking of off-putting, Deji looks to see like he's off-putting. And he's looking kind of alright in his sparring. But getting to the topic at hand, KSI, Jake Paul, Alex Wasabi has got a concussion. I heard something like he might have a broken hand. And Jake Paul. So I was like, yo, don't duck me again. You could fight. Now, let me just be fair. Let me be fair to say this, and I don't want to like speak out a businessman's plan or anything, but it is really, really not in good favor for KSI to fight Jake Paul. It is completely at his detriment in all at the wins of Jake Paul. So that is one crucial thing. It's very embarrassing to be getting knocked out by Jake Paul. 1, 2, that will mean for KSI the fact that Jake Paul surpassed him in training, power, and technique. Okay. KSI has been there for longer. He's been doing it longer. He's one of the first YouTube boxers. Jake Paul, you could say he's one of the ones who like followed behind KSI. So for, the student to beat the teacher, in ways, he doesn't, that's very bad for KSI. The excuses, I'm not one for them, but maybe there might be some weight behind the excuses. He hasn't fought in a while. He's doing a lot of things. He's been rapping. He's been doing Sidemen and YouTube and everything, whatnot. Businesses with, again, Prime, which I'm getting in the mail very shortly. I'm very happy about that. So if they, hey, and again, hey, you want to be a sponsor, I love to be sponsored by Prime. It's KSI, holla at your way. But just saying, speaking of it, I can understand that it might not be the wisest of decisions to go against Jake Paul unless you know you're 1000% going to mop the floor with him. And I mean, shit, I don't want to be knocked out by Jake Paul. Who would? So I guess it's there, but I do want to see the fight. Not really interested. I wasn't really interested with Alex Wasabi because before Fuzi beat the crap out of Alex Wasabi, and it was just like I'm feeling like Alex Wasabi is looking more like a punching bag than anything. Why is he fighting KSI? KSI should fight somebody, of his caliber, which would be either Logan Paul, Jake Paul. You know, uh, I want to see KSI, maybe even McBroom. McBroom is good. KSI versus Fuzi. That's what I was stating. I want to see KSI versus Fuzi. So I don't know. Out of the four, if you want to see KSI versus Fuzi, KSI versus Jake Paul, KSI versus who? Which one of the three do you want to see? McBroom, Jake Paul, or Fuzi? Ah, I will either want to. I want to see Paul or Fuzi, and so that's been fighting news. I'm pretty sure. If that's wrapped up in a nutshell for you, spoke a lot. But tune in the next time. We'll see what happens. Here's the fight night. Let's go.